What if I tell you that you could screen the 100 plus job applications in under 10 seconds instead of spending 8 hours doing it manually? Today, I am going to show you exactly how to build this system from scratch using N8N and Google Gemini. By the end of this video, you will have your own automated hiring assistant that never gets tired and never misses a qualified candidate. Building today a Google Sheet that stores your hiring criteria and candidate data, an N8N workflow that automatically fetches resumes, AI analysis using Google Gemini to evaluate each candidate, and automatic status updates with detailed reasoning. The entire system runs automatically. You just add criteria information and let AI do the heavy lifting. Before we start, make sure you have a Google account and an ATN setup and access to Google Gemini API. As first step, we will set up Google Sheet database. First, we create a Google Sheet and name it as AI Resume Screening System. In this, we will have two sheets, criteria and resumes. In the first sheet, criteria, in column A, we will write heading as criteria, and in the second cell, we will write the criteria that we will use for filtering the resumes. So, for example, looking for a candidate with 3 plus years in React based in Noida, experience in Node.js preferred. In the second sheet, we will have a list of resumes. So, basically, list of candidates along with the links for their resumes and two empty columns as status and reason. Here I have added few sample candidates with their resume links. Make sure the resume links are publicly accessible. The AI needs to read them. Perfect. Our database foundation is ready. Next, let's set up the AI. Let's start building our automation workflow in N8N. For this, first we will create a manual trigger node. So, manual trigger node is created. Next, we will add a Google Sheet node. For this, we will search Google Sheets. We need to fetch rows from the sheet. A pop-up window opens. Here we will add our credentials for the Google Sheet. I have already added mine. So we need to add client ID and client secret. Next, we will select sheet within document. Get rows is already selected. Then we will select the Google Sheet for which we want to connect. Further, we will set the criteria. So now our criteria sheet data will be fetched. We can test this step by clicking on execute step button. Great, it's pulling our job criteria. Add another Google Sheet node for candidate data. Select the respective Google Sheet and the corresponding sheet name. Let's click on execute step button. Alright, we are able to fetch the candidate data. Now add another Google Docs node. Get a document. Here we need to set the document ID. From the left, we can pull the link by hovering over it and dragging and dropping it. Alright, let's execute this step. Great, it's pulling our document data. For the magic, we will add a Google Gemini node. We will select message a model. I have already connected my Google account here, so you can paste your Google credential. Select the respective Google Gemini model which you want to use. I am using Gemini 1.5 Flash. For the prompt, so I am using a prompt. Kind of we are giving instructions to the model. You are a resume shortlisting assistant. We will pass on selection criteria and the resume content. So the selection criteria is we will drag the criteria from our first sheet. For the resume content, we will drag the content from the second sheet. So our prompt is ready. We have also assigned a task for our model to execute. So basically we have given instructions. If the resume matches the criteria, return JSON in the format shortlisted true false, reason a short summary. Try running this step. Alright, we are getting a response from the model. You can see it's a little kind of corrupted data. We can fix that by enabling output content as JSON. Now when I again execute this step, alright, now we are getting response as a pure JSON format. And we can see we are getting shortlisted and reason, both properties from the model. For extracting the response, let's add a code node to clean up the AI response. I will search code. Here we will write a custom JavaScript code. So I have written a piece of JavaScript code. This code will basically iterate all the items and it will fetch the shortlisted and the reason values from it. And it will return a JSON with only two properties, shortlisted and reason. Let's execute this step. Alright, our code block is working fine. Alright, our final node is pending. Final node is to update the Google Sheets. So add another Google Sheet node. Set operation to update row. Select the Google Sheet. Select the sheet which you want to update. For mapping column mode value, select map each column manually. Select the column to match on. We will use link here. This will match the link criteria to update the values. We want to update status and reason, so we will delete the name node. For the link node, we will select the link to our link node. So we have links in our second node, so we will drag and drop the link value from here. For status, we will go back to our code and we can select shortlisted as our status, and for the reason we will drag reason. Let's try executing this step. Alright, we are able to update the Google Sheet. It has updated the status and reason fields as per our needs. Let me show the demo again. I will clear out the fields for status and reason. Let's change the criteria for the people looking for a candidate based in Bhopal. Alright, let's run our complete workflow in a single go again. You can see within seconds of time our workflow has completed. Let's go back to the Google Sheet and see if the data has been updated or not. Amazing. Look at our Google Sheet now. The AI has automatically filled in the status and reason columns. Let's review what the AI decided. Candidate 1 rejected. Reason: candidate does not meet location criteria and has experience in React but not 3 plus years in React. For candidate 2, again rejected. Candidate does not meet the minimum 3 plus years of experience in React.js and has no experience in Node.js. The reasoning is spot on. This is exactly what a human recruiter would conclude. Impact of this system. Before AI screening, 8 hours to review 100 resumes, inconsistent evaluation criteria, risk of missing great candidates due to fatigue, unconscious bias affecting decisions. After AI screening, 10 seconds to screen 100 resumes, consistent objective evaluation every time, never miss qualified candidates, focus your time only on best matches. This system has transformed the hiring process and it can do the same for you. Now you have a complete AI resume screening system that will save you hours every week. If this tutorial helped you, please like the video, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more AI automation tutorials. If you want me to build a custom automation for your specific needs, drop a comment below with your use case. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next video where we will automate even more of our business processes.